battery. The battery was exhausted, and now it's on a charge. Look at my dog crate. This is a crate that Sammy came in. Hi, Sammy, baby. Hey, Sammy, you good boy. So I have a crate that I'm supposed to pick up. This lady's selling it, and well, I just have not. We have not coordinated our schedule and timing. But look, you see what I did? MacGyverism, baby. MacGyver 101. Right, Sammy? Right? I knows how to do it. I knows how to do lots. You better believe it. You better believe it. Don't deceive it. Hey, baby. How you feeling? You little boo-boo. You need another bath. You gotta get a bath. And yeah, you sweating. Yeah, you gotta get groomed. So, I was showing everyone homemade things to create so that you can start to ingest better food sources opposed to the garbage that we unfortunately have about, and it's a lot, and it's a lot of unhealthiness. And so, like with the ginger and the lemon, after you use the lemons, you can then take the pulp from the lemons and the rind, and with that rind, you can grind. No. With that, you can, well, have healthy food, healthy nutrition, and avoid doctor visits, because our food source is very, very disruptive to our well-being. I mean, it's really, really bad stuff, and most of the ailments that we have are because of the foods, right? Also, start to research the food manufacturers and other companies that they are subsidiaries of, or subsidiaries too. It's like a Connecticut word for me. It's like certain words. And I'll still see everything inverted. Um, so, yeah, the lemon. See, right here? Lemon and ginger. Now, I've used these lemons, like this is the third time, so now after this batch, after I finish this liquid, I'm going to grind the, what's left of the pulp and the rind, and that rhymes all the time. This, the pulp of this, then you add coconut oil. It could be organic, it could be generic, it could be whatever. The body doesn't know between organic and inorganic. So you can make a paste, and then when you make that paste, you can either freeze it or put it into a jar, add citric acid to it. Citric acid prevents spoilage, and you can also add some vinegar. If you take a shot of that daily, it will help you with your digestion, it'll help you with allergies, inflammation. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory. Another thing for digestion, tamarind. Tamarind helps aid in digestion, and it's very healthy, very good for you. They sell it sweet. They sell it with the sugar. I buy both. Now these are the pods from the tamarind. With these pods, you can crush these up, and, well, you can also ingest these. You can eat these after they're crushed. You can also make a beverage with this. This right here This is the cucumber, the ends of the cucumber with some water added. I'm going to add some white vinegar. I'm going to add some salt, pepper, black pepper, citric acid. You can add mayonnaise to it. You can add, if you want, you can add plain yogurt. And you make your own salad dressing. Make your own. Stop buying. Stop buying. Stop spending on unnecessary BS. You know, because, well, where we are currently at on the economic global scale, people, let's get into the check of reality here now. Come on, come on. We can all do it, right? We can all do it. Stick with the program. Stick with the reality program. You know? And I hope and pray, Mr. Donald J. Trump, that you cancel this event. Cancel this event of wasting billions and billions of tax dollars. Take that money, issue every American a check, okay? Where's the refund check you promised, huh? Where is it? Where is it? When you say you're going to do something, you be a stand-up individual and you do it. You do it. And you make it your business to get stuff done. You don't say stuff and then you blow smoke up people's you-know-what. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, so people, just take care of your health. Take care of your health. Start to work with what you have. Stop wasting. Stop wasting. Now, there's been a slight temporary decrease. Very slight. Very slight. Our reserves are oil, fuel, natural gas, propane reserves are on an anorexic diet now. They're on an anorexic diet because this is all to placate the Adelsons and Bibi Netanyahu and all of the AIPAC providers. So I hope you all, just really, just, get with it, I don't know, you sold you sold a big old bag of poo-poops, And for those of you who believed and still support, well, you know what? Let the force be with you. And don't let it split you. Where the good Lord said, I give it to you. Till next time. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated. And work with what you have. Work with what you have. Papa Daddy. Papa Daddy. How you doing, Papa Daddy? Let me see Papa Daddy. Who this? 64 subscribers. Hello, Papa Daddy. Papa Daddy. Hello, Papa. Hello, Papa. Interesting people. There's a lot of interesting people here that come on these onto social media. We live in a very interesting time. Here's what I don't understand. Can you explain it to me as if I were like a 2-year-old who just learned how to, shit on the toilet bowl? The GOP and MAGA, they promote all kinds of propaganda, right? And they use issues such as, they use a woman's right to choose, they use transgenders, the migrants. When you look back and evaluate historical events that have happened, Research who the scapegoats are. Research who the scapegoats are. Now, with the GOP, right, the MAGAites, right, they go on with this whole spiel of the sanctity of life begins in the womb. But yet, you'll do anything and everything you can to not be helpful and supportive to people, right? A select few, the Orthodox community, right? Where you can have 20 children, collect welfare your entire life, while your baby daddy babies your children, the baby daddy is in partnership with other Hasidics, Orthodox, that own property throughout America, right? What about that? What about the fraud and abuse there? They don't speak upon that, right? Because then they want to go, oh, the Somalians, right? The Somalians and fraud? You cucks got to start in your own frickin' fiscal backyard. You cucks got to start in your own fiscal backyard, all right? Each and every one of you. Each and every one of you, because all they do is pop off. And what they've done to Native Americans, nah, you people ain't shit. You people ain't shit. And Iran is making us well aware of how much pieces of shit we have been to other countries, right? The hatred towards black, brown, Muslims, it's a class of its own. It's in a class of its own of hypocrites, degenerates, and people that grape the system and have graped the system over and over and over again. But then you want to point at minorities? Like I said, I work for DEP. There was a man who worked there, lived rent-free. All right? Remember, stacks. I got stacks of freaking information. Started working for the city of New York in 1985. I left in 2004. Technically 03, that's when I went out on my leave. But the geek, the investigator, the journalist in me, the social justice advocate in me made sure I got as much information as possible. Because back then in those days, they didn't have anything where you had to go and get all kinds of, you needed proof and identity. Yeah. So we have the city and state of New York, the elected officials, you all need to go. Each and every one of you who are supportive of this genocidal nation, you all have got to go. Like I said, I'll design a country club for you all. I really will. It'll be high end, and it'll be lined. You know what it'll be lined with? The walls will be painted with the blood of the dead Palestinians. You vile people. You vile people. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Now, what the Donald's going to try to do, and the MAGA GOP, they're going to try to do anything and everything they can come this November, this election, to prevent the big, big change that's going to come. But it's not going to happen. You understand? It's not going to happen. And this bunker, the reflecting pond, like I said in previous videos, the geek that I am, infrastructure, knowing where stuff is, always watching, observing, always, since I'm a kid. That's all connected. That reflecting pond is all connected underground to the White House. This grand ballroom that he's working on, He's creating a bunker. He's creating a bunker because he is going to allow Israeli to continue what they're doing, and Iran is going to say, yeah, bitches, here we got something for you. And you know what that something is. Y'all know what that something is. So if you do not stop this, Donald J. Trump, you are risking every American's life and all of our livelihood. As it is now, people are not driving to work. Therefore increases the vacancy rate, okay? But you didn't think about any of this, did you? You didn't think past your nose. I swear to God, if you had a mother like mine, you'd be a president that people would be like, rah, rah, he's getting shit done for the people, not for the freaking donors. Yeah, people, wake up, wake up. Hold on to everything you have. Hold on to your money. Venues, any venues, events, you're going to see how little ticket sales are going to be happening. You're going to see how people are not going to do anything because they're worried. They're worried about, now we're at the end of the year now. Down in Florida, school starts in August, right? You got to worry about the next season, right? Here in America, the kids start school in September. So people are, they're lining up what they need to do for their family. They're not worried about no bullshit. They're not worried about venues and going to entertainment venues, okay? I'll run for president. Save America! Yep. Anyway, you're a presidential candidate. No. Advisor. And stuff that I have written, you all have used. But it's all recorded. Yep. Library of Congress, baby. Library of Congress. Anything and everything we say, every keystroke, everything that's put out on this internet belongs to the person who said it. Remember that. Everything. The mortgage relief program, let me read that. The mortgage relief program that I wrote during the beginning of COVID. Like I said, my mother was a general and she raised a general. We were all generals. There is no nonsense to be had in this life. No way, no shape, no form. You got no time for this shit. There's a big difference that people have, that someone like, I had a handicapped mother and then the tragedy with my father. People that grow up that have had situations where they had to take on responsibilities early on separates them from the candy ass, pansy ass bitches. You understand? And we got a lot of pansy ass bitches in this White House. Big time. We have the theater performer, we have the cabaret, Mr. Bassett. Life is a cab. Hey, to each his own. My son is gay. Do you, buddy? But you ain't got no business being in government, you know? Hook yourself up with your design team and marry along, shanty along the way now. Why don't you? Let's see. Let me read some of my documentation. Yeah, so like I said, people like me who've had responsibilities, we're about the reality in life, not about the fluff and the bullshittery. The bullshittery is not part of our anatomy. I got this here. I got to get my own phone. And all commentary is made by me, and I am not a paid spokesperson. my God, where's my other phone? Oh my God, OCD, OCD, where'd you put the other phone? It's here somewhere. Could you imagine me on alcohol? No, I don't drink. I don't like alcohol. I don't. A little yabba here and there, it's all right. That should be covered under insurance too, with the amount of freaking money that y'all have made by arresting us for BS. I told the story. I gotta find that thing. When I was a kid, I was arrested. Um, and it was, what happened was, the story was that we had a washer in our apartment, in an apartment building, but we didn't have a dryer. So I had to go and put the clothes in the dryer. And it was December 9th. It was my mommy's birthday. Also the day I started working for the city. I go and I put the wash in, and I see the kids that are in my block, around my block, and now they were, and I was like, hey, I got some. My sister's boyfriend at the time, his name was Arne Shafransky. Yes. Arne Shafransky used to smoke a lot of, so Arne Shafransky's jacket was in the bathroom, and I smelt it on the jacket, and I said, well, he won't know, so I grabbed a handful. I go outside, and the kids are driving by, the boys from my neighborhood. Yeah, I got some. Yeah, come on. We go, this is Carpenter Avenue, 226th Street, Carpenter Avenue, 1974. The cars back then, they were lanyards, right? So this one kid, Smitty, he's driving. Now, Smitty he was this big driver. He was a little short kid, right? And anyway, we go around the corner, and the kid's making a turn, and he's turning Carpenter Avenue, 229th Street. He's coming, 229th. Okay, in the Northeast Bronx, the even streets went going west, right? The odd number streets went going east, okay? So, he turns and he taps another car. He hits another car, right? So the cops are giving the cops are giving the double parked vehicle a ticket. So we're driving by, and they're, oh, easy arrest, let's grab him. Well, they arrested all of us. All of us. We were all kids. 47th precinct. They take me over there. And then my mother came, and I was like, oh, can I stay here? My mother's going to beat the shit. Well, that's what happened. But anyway, a funny story. So yeah, the amount of money y'all have made, New York City, New York State, on BS, yerba arrest, you know what? You need to take the taxes on that. You need to take the taxes on that, and you need to ban them. You need to ban them, because it's nothing but a money-making operation. And a lot of the places are shutting down now because, well, that's what it is. There's no luxury spending at this point in time. These are all true stories, all freaking true stories. So anyway, the end result was that I was terrified, because I was always like I said, I always want going to the military, do something productive, get out of this shitbag freaking with the people. So anyway, I had to go to court, and I was like, I'll go to Daytop. Can I go to Daytop? Don't send me. Okay, she could go to Daytop. So now, Daytop, 1974, I go to this place, on St. Mary's Avenue. And anybody's from the Bronx, St. Mary's Avenue, that's off 104 9th Street, down the South Bronx. So now, I'm in rooms with hardcore, hardcore. And I'm like, yo, this is some shit, man. And they were like, listen, mama, you're not doing this shit. And I was like, oh no, oh no. So anyway, that was my sentence. But I'm bringing up this story because it's all about making money. It's all about BS arrest, all right, for the most part. It's a body, it's a body, it's a body. But now people are hip to all y'all, so you know what? Well, we done had your shit up to here. Anyway, everybody, I'll be back. I'll be back. All true stories, all true stories. I have homework to do. I have to get my my chronological storyline set up because, well, it's going to be public besides my little page here. Oh, God, how have I survived? I don't know. My angels. Everybody, have a great night. I'll be back. Hello, Taco Boy Gaming. How's your tacos hanging tonight? Have a good one. Stay safe, everybody. Be careful out there. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. And don't get caught up in the insanity that is around you, because people are going to do what they're going to do. And it's a matter of knowing the difference, that what they're doing is their own personal, what's in their own, you know. So, you know, be like a duck's ass. Let everything roll off you. Really. That's how I survive. Like, oh yeah. That's just it. That's hardcore. And that's how you survive. Because life is gonna beat each and every one of us down on numerous occasions. That's the reality. Until next time. Bye. Stay safe and well. Thanks for listening. If you like what I have to say, follow and share. Bye.